Okay, here I am folks, back in a flash, following my unboxing earlier. Right, I've got some games to show you. This is moving on from the video I did recently with the PS1 racing games. Managed to find a few more out and about that I didn't have. Getting close to 60 now, so I'm aiming for the 100. Shouldn't be too hard because there's still quite a few that I don't have. Right, now this last time I had this one, but I didn't because it had the wrong game inside. I had to take it back. But here's the proper version with the right game inside. Just do. There you go. Quite a nice cover, that one. I like it. So that was another edition. Right, then we move on to Rally, and that is WRC2 Extreme. Of course, this is talking as I was in the last video about nice to have manuals. PS2 had them in abundance. So in there we have the manual and what looks to be a little booklet. Have a looky here. Well, maybe that cover is part of the booklet, but we'll have a look at it anyway. Yeah, it's just a manual. A very nice one for all that. All nicely in colour, giving us some information about the teams and the cars and all sorts of information. Actually, it's goes above and beyond the remit of the normal manual. So, yeah, very nice. And that was the next one in the series, WRC 3. Can't say I'm a big rally racing fan, but they are racing games. There's no denying that. And once again, you get a very nice manual, very much the same as the other one. So I won't bother to dig all that out. So that was that one. One you don't see around too often. That's the second Dakar game. I think I showed you the Paris Dakar one in the last lot. That's Dakar 2. Don't know much about Dakar, I must say, but once again, it involves racing, so it's good enough for me. Right, I don't know, quite sure how many of these Hot Wheels games there were. I've only got a couple, I think, so probably due a few more. Anyway, that's Hot Wheels World Race, undeniably a racing game because it says so in the title. Well, if you're going to collect PS2 games, make sure this manual's here, because I've picked up many cheap games and looked inside and no manual. It's not the same if you just got the bare case with the game. You need the manual, in my opinion. Right, so then we move on to another rally game, Colin McRae Rally 3. This is a later one, I think, a later PS2 game. But, I mean, very reasonably priced there. A quid, you can't complain, can you? I thought, well, if it's a quid, it won't have a manual. But of course, it has. As I said to you last time, now is a good time to be picking up PS2 games because they are so ridiculously cheap. I don't know why. Because of the bulk that they made. No idea. And while I was on, this isn't a racing game, but it's based on an arcade shooter, so I had to pick it up for a couple of quid. Defender. Anything that's arcade related I normally pick up. You can see it's just shooting into the screen rather than the original Defender, which was a side scroller. So for a couple of quid I thought, why not? Okay, now I'll move on to the shmups I've picked up. Most of them are Switch, but I did get one nice PS4 game and a Hue card for the PC Engine. So we'll have a look at these. When I've slurped down my coffee and try to get rid of this permanent frog I have at the minute. Right, okay. Switch shmups. Right, Cinema X. It's been around on various consoles, but this was brand new online for 8 quid or something. 7 quid odd. Couldn't turn it down because it's actually it's quite a nice shooter. You can't see from the screenshots there because they're very dark. But it's a very nice looking shooter. Not the hardest in the world, but yeah, I mean it's worth playing. There's nothing inside. I've got the actual cartridge, I think, in my machine case. I keep a few cartridges in there for travelling. Now this is a strange one. One I never heard of till I saw it on Amazon actually. Horgy Hue and Friends. Now, you might be surprised to know that this is of Japanese origin. It just looks like your typical English or American cartoon-based jobby. But yeah, I mean, I've had a little play of it. It's a nice, as you can imagine, it's quite nice, bright. Shoot them up a la cotton, which funny enough I've got to show you next. But yeah, I'm not a major fan of side scrollers, but it's this one. This one plays okay. Got through the first level anyway, so it's not too difficult. Once again, I've got the cartridge in my Switch case. It's yeah, that's the inside of it. So yeah, I mean, if you're into shooters, give that a try. It was only about 25 quid, I think, brand new. So as was this one, Cotton Fantasy, Superlative Night Dreams, Cotton Fantasy. Yeah, it seems to be a lot of these cotton games around at the minute. I think there's quite a few, with a couple of Japanese ones for the Switch as well. But this one is, I don't know how it differs from the normal Cotton reboot that they did recently. I mean, as you can see, it's a side scroller. I haven't tried it yet, but it has one of those nice little instruction cards in. I like to see those. They just give the interior a less Spartan look, you know. And it's just basically the controls and a nice little picture on the front there. But you know, it helps to make it look not quite as bare as we normally get. Right, now this is a corker. This is my second foray into Japanese games. Again, it was 63 quid, I think, which again is not bad for Japanese shooters, shmups. You can pay dealers in Japan 60 odd, but then you've got all that nasty shipping and import tax on top. So I always consider 60 quid to be a fair and reasonable price for these. And once again, it's by M2 Shot Triggers, who did the last one I showed you, Esperade. And everybody waxes lyrical about their stuff. I've got a couple more of theirs to get, I think. I'll keep a look out online. But of course, the Aleste games were quite famous. There was a nice one on the SNES. Then there's been some on the Game Gear and the MSX. This is a collection of games from various machines. I'm not totally familiar with Aleste games on those machines, but the one I really wanted it for was the Power Strike 2 on the Master System. I mean, try and buy that for less than a couple of £100. So yeah, I haven't actually played it yet, but I haven't had it that long. I shall get round to it. Right, and then the other two little pieces I picked up were Tiger Heli for the PC Engine. It's one of those that doesn't have the little pouch that comes with all of these, but you very often find that with second-hand games. On the U cards, it does have the little sponge, so that keeps it in place a little bit, stops it rocking around. But yeah, I mean, it was, I don't know, it was just over 20 quid, I think, with postage. So there's not many shooters you can get on the PC Engine for 20 quid, so I thought I'll have that. And then I managed to pick this up about a week ago. It's Caladrius Blaze for the PS4. Now, I believe this is a Korean version, and everything is in English. It says voice Japanese, but subtitle English Korean. On the back here, it's region 3. But yeah, I mean, I take it to be a Korean version, because if it was Japanese, it would be all in Japanese. But you get a little bonus with it, in as much as there's apart from the manual, there's a little booklet there that shows you the characters. Typical Japanese style, I have to say. Manga-esque, and a look at the ships in the game. So yeah, I mean, all in all, I thought that was a good buy for 40 quid. Because you very rarely get Asian games of any description for that sort of money, but as you can see, the manual's all in English, so that's a bonus. So yes, I was super happy to pick that up, even though I have it on digital. I like to have the physical versions also, so yeah, that was it. Okay, folks, so that was that little lot. That was, in case you haven't seen my other video, I'll put a link to the unboxing down below. That was the Power Roomy Definitive Edition that I got. Limited to 2,000 copies from PlayAsia in Japan. So yeah, that's it. I'll leave it there, folks. I've no idea what's coming up next time, but I'll think of something. Keep subscribing, do share as much as you can, and just keep watching, and I'll see you in a not too distant future. Bye bye now.